Hey, what's up guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in another Fortnite video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to find the perfect settings slash sensitivity when you're using legacy settings. I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do to find the settings. And maybe a lot of you guys have been changing settings recently. I've been changing a ton this season. I couldn't tell you the amount of times I switched between linear, legacy, and just changing up my sensitivity based on my playstyle and all the things that I was using. So I'm going to show you guys exactly the settings that I'm using and also how to find the perfect settings slash sensitivity for you guys who do play on legacy. So before we get into the video, up on the screen I do have the V-Buck giveaway winner of this week. And I really do appreciate all you guys who entered into my giveaway. And if you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks in my next giveaway, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure you turn on my post notifications so you guys get notified for every video. And also so you can see the winner of the giveaway, and as well leave a comment down below of either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you'll be automatically entered into the giveaway for a chance to win 2,000 free V-Bucks. So make sure you guys do enter, and alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to pick really good legacy settings, and I'll definitely make a video next week on linear, because on linear you have a ton of boosts, and I'd have to go into all of them and show you guys exactly what they do so I can help you pick the right settings for you. So when it comes to legacy, these are the settings that I'm currently using, and of course I change my stuff all the time, so this is just what I have on right now. So for the X and Y sensitivity, I guess are going to be the first. I'm going to show you guys all the settings, so X, Y, when it comes to targeting, also your dead zones as well, because I get asked about dead zones a lot, and I'll show you guys exactly what to put on. So, and also with edit mode aim assist, I really do like edit mode aim assist. I probably would recommend turning it on. I might actually turn it back on after this video, who knows. But as far as my recommendations on how to pick the best settings for you, because of course not everyone's gonna have the exact same settings, but I feel like a lot of people would have pretty similar type of things. So for your controller X and Y sensitivity, I currently have mine on 71%. So as far as, I guess, the target range, what I would recommend out is I would recommend trying to go down to, I would say maybe a 68. I mean you could say, I feel like 65 is too slow. I tried it out and it felt a little bit slow. I mean, it didn't really feel too, maybe I was just used to a lot higher sensitivity, but I would try right around the 68% range on both and work your way up. So you try on 68 as the lowest. You feel it out. Maybe you feel like it's a little bit too slow. Maybe you really like the Y sensitivity, so you can bump up the X and vice versa. Or if you do feel like on the sensitivity that you want to bump it up even more, than you can. But the highest I would recommend going for X and Y sensitivity would be 80. I wouldn't go anything above an 80. I feel like that's way too high. And of course, I feel like these settings are going to be the best for the majority of people. Of course, you have the exceptions. You play on like some stupid low sensitivity or some, max sensitivity or whatever, crazy sensitivity some people play on. But I feel like for 99% of the players, this is the range you want to be in, between like a 68% and 80. I play on like a 71 on both. But the reason why you possibly would consider having a higher Y sensitivity is because when it comes to side jumps, is when it comes to placing builds quicker. When you need to look straight down, you're able to do that a lot faster. So some people have a higher Y sensitivity than X, which I also do recommend. I think it works out very good and it doesn't feel very unnatural or weird at all. And if you guys don't know, when you play on Legacy, if you have the same X and Y sensitivity, naturally your Y sensitivity is already going to be higher. So if you play on a 70-70 sensitivity, it's almost like you're playing like a 70 and a 75, because naturally your Y sensitivity is going to be higher on Legacy, just how it is. So even if you have the same percentage, your Y sensitivity, your up and down, is going to be higher. And the reason why you want to have a higher X sensitivity instead, for those guys who do like that, is it helps with flick shots, because you're able to flick a lot faster. You're able to make those quick flick shots left to right. So that's why some people do have a higher X sensitivity than Y, because they can really help out with that. And a lot of people really like to go for a lot of flick shots. But I feel like if you try to go for flick shots every single time, a super creative type of player, I would probably recommend playing on linear either ways. But some people really do want that extra boost, and I would definitely recommend. I think it helps helps out a lot. So going into my controller targeting sensitivity, this is when you aim down your sights. So when you press L2, I would say the lowest to go is like 25%. I've seen friends on some ridiculously low targeting sense, but I wouldn't really go any lower than 25%, because when it comes to the targeting sensitivity, the lower it is, the better it is from range. So if you're beaming a guy from like 1,000 yards out, having a low targeting sensitivity is very helpful, because you're able to precise and you're able to have better aim from that range. But the higher ADS sensitivity you have, you're able, so if someone's like right next to you, if you have a very high aiming sensitivity and someone's right next to you, you're able to track them a lot better, because if it's too slow, then you're not even going to be able to move over to the player quick enough. So you want to find that good balance. I would recommend, honestly, I would really recommend between 30 and 40%. That's just what I personally recommend. I feel like that's what people like the best. I play on 35. I used to play on 30 for a long time, but I bumped it up a little bit because I feel like I needed a little bit extra boost when it comes to those close range fights. So yeah, that's really the main thing that I took away. So when you have on the lower end, it's a lot better from longer ranges, but the higher you have, the better it is for close range. But you don't want to go too far down that you can't move over fast enough, and you don't want to be too high that your aim is all over the place. You really need to find that good balance between 30 and 40, like I said, is ideal for me. I think that's just what I like. It's the best balance between assault rifle, shotgun, and SMG, in my opinion. So I would recommend giving out those numbers a chance. And then for my scope sensitivity, I had around like a 40%. And for the scope sensitivity, it's literally whatever feels comfortable. It really doesn't matter. It's just for sniper rifles. Personally, I started sniping a little bit more. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of nice with the quick scopes. I was kind of hitting them. I'm not gonna lie. You know, young humor over here hitting a couple quick scopes in a pub game and solos, and I don't know. I was kind of feeling it. So whatever scope I had, 40%. Honestly, it felt pretty fun. Some of you guys might play higher, some guys might play lower. Whatever, doesn't matter. Really doesn't affect your game too much. So going into your building sensitivity and editing sensitivity, and this one, a lot of people play around the same type of things. I would recommend starting at like a 1.8 and moving it up to like a 2.2. So anything from a 1.8 to a 2.2 on either your building or your editing sensitivity. This doesn't include if you have edit mode aim assist on. I'll get into that in just a minute. But I would really recommend between 1.8, 1.9, all the way up to a 2.2. I really don't see too many people above like a 2.3. I would say 1.8 to 2.2 for both your editing and building is going to be ideal. You don't have anything too crazy that it's way different than your regular sensitivity. Then everything's just going to get all jacked up. Your muscle memory is going to be kind of weird. So in between those numbers, I would say most people that I've seen definitely play in between those numbers. So I'd give those out a try, see what feels comfortable. And always, like I said, it's always best to start low and then work your way up. So a few tests that I do to determine really what editing or building sensitivity that I want, as I really test out the few edits that I really like to do. So editing on the bottom 3 squares and also editing on the top 3 squares, not the ones across, but like in the corner 3. So the corner top 3 on the left side and also the right side. If I have it too high, then I'm not able to go for the edit. I miss it completely. But if it's too low, then of course, you know, I'm able to hit the edit very easily, but it's going to be too slow for me to do it off in game. And for building, I like to test out my tunneling, see how it feels, see if it's too fast, too slow, because you don't want it to be overly fast, because then when it comes to, I guess, not accidentally spewing like 50 mats, then that's not going to happen as much. But also at the same time, you don't want to be too slow. You'll be very consistent, but sometimes you're going to miss getting off a build that otherwise would have prevented you from getting shot because you had it too low. So you got to really find that right balance, see what works for you. I think I play a little bit higher editing sensitivity than building. So my editing was like a 2.1 and then my building was about a 1.9. That's just what I like. Some people have it the opposite. It really it's 100% personal preference on what you like. So that's what I really recommend, trying out the edits that you do every single game, and also try out tunneling, building walls, and just honestly see how it feels and what you like. And so one of the last two things I want to show you. So edit mode aim assist, if you have that on, what I would recommend for your editing sensitivity, I would start out about a 2.3, 2.4-ish, and all the way up to like a 3. I would try anything in between that, because when you have edit mode aim assist on, it slows it down a little bit. Personally, I like it a lot. Some people hate on it, some people like it. Personally, I like it a lot. I used to use it for a long time. And I still do from time to time, because like I said, I switch my settings all the time just to try out new things so I can make these videos, and also to see if I like anything better or maybe want to change anything in the future. So I try out new things all the time. Really do like edit mode aim assist, but when you have it on, you definitely want to raise your editing sensitivity, because once you raise your editing sense, then it makes it a lot better, because once you have the edit mode aim assist on, it slows down your edits, which makes it so if you have like a 1.8 and then you put on edit mode aim assist and still have a 1.8, it's going to feel a lot slower, maybe like a 1.5. So you want to just raise your editing sensitivity to what feels good. I would recommend the lowest at like 2.3, 2.4ish, and then maybe work your way all the way up to a 3 right around that area. I would give it a try. That's what I like the best, and that's what I've been working with for a long time. And so controller dead zone, I was playing on my Elite 1 controller for like the last week, so I'm back on my Elite 2, so I'm probably going to lower these. But for dead zone, what I like to have is as low as possible without any stick drift. So that's just my rule of thumb, is to go as low as possible without having your thumbsticks drift all over the place and mess you up. So those are just my recommendations for all my legacy settings. Of course, I'm going to do a linear settings one probably next week to really go in and show you guys the specific linear settings that might really benefit you. But anyways, with that being said, that's wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on my post notifications so you guys are notified for every single new video. And alright guys, I'll see you next video.